Bang, bang, bang. We are back. Second night in a row. Attitude Era Podcast. Got my co-host with me, King H in the building, Archie Carter in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Attitude Era Podcast if you have not already. Hit the notification button, hit the share button, hit the like button. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon right now for exclusive content, early access to content, behind the scenes content, never seen before footage on the Attitude Era Podcast, patreon.com/Attitude Era Podcast. And go check out our new double up episode that dropped today at 6 p.m. The Narcissist versus Lex Luger. Double up is where we put two characters from two different promotions together. We talk about the pros and cons, and then we come to that decision on which character was better. So go check out that. We're on episode 5 in that series. And now we are here for the Tuesday night NXT recap. HP, Archie. How y'all felt about NXT tonight, man?
I'm windy too over here. But HP, go ahead.
I thought it started hot. We had the Rascals and Gallus, and I thought it ended hot. I thought some of the in between, they had a lot of matches. It seemed like, but
they give you a lot on Tuesday. They give you a lot of matches on Tuesday.
They do. I didn't really. I guess me taking notes, I didn't really peep it till I'm like, damn,
it's a lot. They give you a lot of matches and a lot of off-match content, story stuff. NXT is packed. I think that's what Raw would be like if it was 2 hours, but NXT is jam-packed from start to finish with wrestling, stuff. So,
yo, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, man. I have no idea, first of all, why Trick Williams, at the peak of his championship run, when he's that over, he's the most over wrestler you have on that NXT roster. Why would the belt be stripped from him? And then why now are we not seeing him looking for Ethan Page, being the way Ethan Page won the match? Why is Trick not pursuing that belt? Why is he backstage on the phone instead of having interaction with Ethan Page that is leading back to him getting the prized possession back in his hands? And I'm not saying it because it's my homie. I'm saying it because he's the hottest right now. What are we doing? Listen, all I am is just a viewer, you know what I mean, at home. So maybe it's some elaborate storyline, some plan that I'm missing. But right now, that shit is garbage.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to come back from vacation speaking different language.
Garbage, you know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing. First of all, if your name is All Ego, you should be just rubbing it in everybody's face. You should be going around saying, I beat Trick Williams. We know how the match ended, but if you're All Ego, you should be saying, I beat Trick Williams. And Trick Williams should be stalking you and hunting you down. It should be on site, like Peter Griffin and the chicken. Every time we see each other, it's on site. It's some furniture movement, and it's like they kind of cool Trick down real quick. And I don't get it, because not only is he the most over man in NXT, he was probably one of the hottest champions in the company. So I don't know. Maybe HP knows. What you think, HP?
Yo, I'm gonna take a page from your book, bro. I agree with you. I think I'm gonna add to it a little bit in a way that I don't understand how Ora Mensa is getting more he's going after to prove he can beat Ethan. And in the last couple of weeks, there was a lead up to Heat Wave with 4 superstars going for that title, each having a claim. And it's like everyone forgot. You know what I mean? It seems like everyone just kind of forgot. It is dope that Trick did, even though his conversation is why are we just getting convo? It was about, I can't see myself without that belt. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to Ilya Dragunov. But my thing is, again,
bro, he was just in the ring with Cody Rhodes a few weeks ago. Trick Williams was riding the high wave, and everybody that was in that match, we saw tonight, they had zero interaction with each other. Javon Evans had a singles match. Sean Spears made an appearance during the match. And Ethan Page damn near had a squash match. So I don't know. I think they blew up the story, and I don't see Trick chasing or even trying to get the rematch. It's some weird booking going on down there.
I would be happy if Aura was still going after Ethan, right? Because after Ethan's squash match, essentially with Dante Chen, he came out, tried to beat him up, got beat real quick, but like he made a comeback and laid him out and then pinned him 1, 2, 3 so the crowd could see, like, look, I can beat this guy. If Trick Williams did that enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit, like ain't nobody touching Ego until I get my shit back. You know what I mean? And then him and Oro kind of have a little beef. I could see that. What I don't see
even take the other three men in the match and give them say, hey, we got to have a triple threat to see who fights, who gets the Ethan. We got to get rid of each other. They're not even involved with each other is what I'm saying.
And Sean Spears pinned Trick Williams the week before Heatwave.
And nothing.
So it's like, I think we forget the story. Like, people got to take those erasers off those pencils when they write these bookings because they're erasing it. They're like, all right, good. Heatwave's over. Erase, slide off to the next thing.
But you can't erase a title run in NXT, especially Trick Williams. The way he got that title, him losing the North American title, him being like Carmelo Hayes's, in the shadow and stepping out, it was a good story in like a year and a half build.
Yeah.
And when have we known NXT to not really praise and relish their NXT champions? They big them up all the time. For some reason, it's a little tricky with Trick. Some tricky. A little
tricky with Trick. Here's the issue I have, and it might be a good issue for them. I don't know. They have a lot of talent on that roster. Maybe they're just pushing this to not. That's why it's like we don't want Trick to overshine everything. Trick, you're just gonna have a little segment today. We want to bring out some more people to highlight because we need to. You know what I'm saying? Because it is maybe that's what they're doing. And next week we get That's what I'm hoping at least. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna see, but
we saw a lot of spots. You said it. He's the most over superstar in NXT, but is that really true? Because there's another guy here. I don't know if I should say his name. He might just pop up.
He might pop up.
You know what I'm saying? And that's Joe Hendry.
That's another elephant in the room, like DNA said. I'm confused. I'm really confused.
Tag team partners.
And we saw Joe Hendry on commentary during the match, got an entrance and everything, while your former champ, it's sitting in the back.
For a match that had nothing to do with
anything. I think Joe Hendry is over, but I mean that's a new thing. We've been screaming whip that Trick for the last how many months? So it's like he's still the most over superstar on the roster, if you ask me. So I just feel like
on the roster, yes, facts.
Yeah, Joe Hendry's not on the roster.
Now let me ask this, because let's go back a few NXT recaps ago. We would talk about I don't want to see NXT guys going to TNA and getting beat on TNA, or TNA guys coming to NXT and getting beat. Do you think they're doing this on purpose? Lower Trick Williams stock a little bit, just a little bit. Pump Joe Hendry, and we're gonna have them two meet at the top for a match where people won't be able to predict the winner because they both are very over at the time. Because Trick Williams, even though Joe Hendry got the most views and all that, TNA is nowhere near the level of NXT. It's not. Period. Point blank. The numbers prove it. However, people know those TNA guys, so why not make a mega match, right? Maybe that's
I didn't expect this TNA thing to be so much of a reoccurring thing. And in my eyes, I think that kind of dims a lot of they might not be equal, but you're taking away from your talent. Trick Williams should still be in the title picture.
I mean, this is my thing, right? I would be cool with, like I said, Trick still having the belt, and then you make a spicy, you know what I mean? Like you said, rivalry with Joe Hendry. But now it don't make sense. I don't want to see Trick go against Joe Hendry because Joe Hendry don't got the gold. So now we paging Ethan to get on the same page. But it's like, you know what I mean? Wires is getting crossed. We've advanced from the beeper stage, and now we got iPhone 15s because we're not getting on the same page. Like, what do we? I don't know. I just want to see how it plays out. Right now,
I've heard I've heard TNA a lot tonight. We've seen a lot of the TNA. I thought it was going to be a few matches here and there, but for some reason, we're getting more and more TNA pumped into NXT.
I ain't gonna hold you. I seen some TNA today that I was not unhappy. Like I was happy to see it. And that's my girl Lola Vice, the Jiggly Wigglies. She was in action tonight. And oh my Lord, I love. First of all, she could wrestle. She got them kicks. I don't know. I just you talking TNA. I had to put my Jerry the King Lawler out. Puppies. I had to get my joint in there, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You sound crazy, but yeah.
I let you have it. Ghost said Trick about to move up to the main roster. Look for Trick in the Rumble 2025.
That'd be crazy.
And then what?
Every time it feels like people come from NXT, they got to take a they got to go to the back first to then move up. It doesn't seem like too many people come and make immediate impact.
The Shield, that's about it I could think of.
The Shield did make immediate impact.
Yeah,
but now it's they did. Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
I mean, Trick being in the Rumble, I like that, but I still feel like.
And Nexus, maybe Nexus was an NXT group, but it was groups. We talking about individuals.
I think the reign just needs to be a little longer, and then we see the main stage happen after that. So that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm.
They haven't announced Bash at the Beach main event yet, though. Do you think Trick's gonna be in the Bash? Because that's next month's pay-per-view.
You got to get somebody against Ethan,
or do we see Oro Mensah? Because why is this guy trying to pin this guy for the world title? Like, where did he come from?
Nobody wants to see Oro Mensah in the main event of anything. And I think he's only in the spotlight because Noam Dar is out. Even with that, think about metaphor as a whole. We saw Ashanti Adonis get involved with Jakara Jackson tonight.
Yep.
Lash Legend was just in the running for the title. It's like once these people,
where's she been at?
That's my point. They're cooling everybody that was hot off for some reason. Everybody that was hot, they're cooling off.
We haven't seen Lash Legend since the Heat Wave 6-woman North American Championship match.
And before that, who was she in the angle with?
Trick Williams. Damn. They tripping.
I got a question. Where's Omos?
He's over there training the fucking monster, Oba fucking Femi, because that's who they would love for Omos to have been. Oba Femi. God, I'm impressed with him every time I see this match.
I want to see that match. Oba Femi versus Omos.
In the words of Big E, and I'm going to pause myself before I say it. Big meaty men slapping meat.
Yo, I'm gonna see.
I got hot coffee, bro.
I'm gonna see y'all on Friday, man.
You banned from coffee. No coffee for you. So
I'm gonna see y'all on Friday, y'all.
That's what Big E said. I mean,
I don't care if it's little E, medium size D, or big E. That is disgusting, bro.
Yo, you went all the way on the limb for that shit. The Southeast mouthpiece went all the way out there, boy.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Oh shit! But I'm gonna say it like this too.
I was like, looked good. They had a good match tonight.
Good.
Like you said, the start was hot. The ending was hot. The middle was just a lot. They gave us a lot, which I'm not complaining about. But
let me ask you a question now, since we talk about the cool off. I think we just had this conversation too. We just had it yesterday about Monday Night Raw, right? Sami Zayn versus ILJA Dragunov for the IC title, but you had a world title match, not on the line, but you had the world champion fight in the middle of the card. Tonight, we see Ethan Page fight in a world title match. The title was on the line.
Middle of the card.
And the guy who has to carry it is the mid-tier title. So what?
You know what that tells me?
Be fighting in the middle of the card.
You know what that tells me? Obafemi in their eyes is a bigger draw than Ethan Page.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And he looks unstoppable.
Yeah.
So is that what they're building to? We talked about this a few recaps.
Yeah.
Trick versus Oba. Winner goes to the main roster.
Right now, I don't think Ethan Page could go bond for bond.
No. He would get knocked out. He'd get knocked out.
No, I'm talking about in terms of like being the draw that you know what I mean, that Trick was. All I know is when Trick was the champion, you know what I mean, he ain't fighting the middle of the night.
Well, because we got to see Trick, the rise of Trick. We got to see him come up. Ethan, if you're not familiar with his work outside of NXT, you just don't know who he is. So Oba, they got a star. They got a few stars in NXT right now.
When is Ava getting in action? Since we're talking about that,
never.
I don't know. Her dad runs the company,
so even more of a reason for her not to.
Jerry, why are you saying it like we don't know who her dad is?
Because I literally said it and it dawned on me. This is the whole Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon thing, but magnified. Like
Stephanie and Shane wrestle though,
right? But this time, the daughter don't wrestle, but the pops do. And if the pops got to come down to NXT and whoop some ass one day,
bruh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is never stepping for the NXT. Are you crazy?
His daughter's there. You don't think he might pop up if she, you know what I'm saying?
Your man is over there doing what if Marvel movies, and now he's bringing it over to NXT, man.
He's booking. He's booking is crazy.
We're gonna leave that out.
She's not getting the ring. Shinobi, what up?
She might have a problem where she can't wrestle, like not skill wise, but maybe
she had a knee injury when she first started.
Yeah, that's why the general manager thing started.
Yeah, because her knee was. And I'm like, even if my dad wasn't running the company and they put me in this position, I'm gonna play this position. I don't have to take bumps. I'm still gonna work out, be in shape, but I'm not going. Why risk it?
I think maybe something that maybe they ain't telling us. Like maybe she can't wrestle. Like, hey, that knee is not gonna hold up. You can get as many surgeries you want every 6 months to a year, 18 months. You're gonna be getting another.
Because she was part of was ISM, what it was called?
Schism.
And she was kind of like just a group member. Even then, wasn't a lot of physicality. Speaking of the ladies of NXT, we saw your girl again tonight.
Which one?
Mi Chen.
Bro, with the worst, bro.
I don't understand it.
As soon as they announced it like it was a big match, OTM 6. I almost said it interracial, not interracial, intergender.
Wait a minute.
Mixed team match. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, conversation be going crazy. But like
anytime Jada Parker's on my TV, I'm watching.
Facts.
I've been kind of hard on them, but anytime I see Gallows and Anderson, I want to watch because I'm just fans of them, that New Japan work, just fans of them.
You want to see him get beat to sleep.
But why put them over OTM?
Because they were due. They were due because you got Machine. Somebody has to get a win here eventually.
And it's the third week we've seen Jada Parker and Mi Chen in the ring together or have some kind of contact with each other.
Yeah. Maybe
I just hope Mi Chen is getting a check for every show she's on because she got a lot of checks these past few weeks.
Matter of fact, it's like 4 because they set up their backstage match. Then the next week they had their backstage match. And after the backstage match, she attacked her ringside. And then this week, intergender. And that's just off the top of my head that I remember. They might even go back further.
So Kalani didn't wrestle tonight. We saw her.
No, but they had a spot for her
with Tatum.
Like they're setting something up with Tatum.
You think Tatum and Wendy Chu is going to be a team?
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. I'm so excited to say that. You saw his
eyes.
Yo, so I like it because I like when they change Wendy Chu's character. Tatum Paxley, I like this darker character. She had the head. She couldn't find her doll. And then Wendy Chu on a backstage one, I forgot where I saw it, was Twitter or it was on the show. She had the doll. So this week she gave it to her. They put the doll together on some. Did we just become best friendship? But it was like dark. It was like
Yeah, they didn't even speak.
They didn't even speak. Yeah, they didn't even speak. And then backstage, you see Kalani, and she's like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," talking to Tatum, and she was like something about the title. Kalani
said
walks
Wendy's
off.
looking for that doll and whatever.
Oh yeah, Wendy's looking for that doll. I seen Wendy, and she took that doll. Now this is not me being on some beat out shit. This is real shit. She took that white Barbie and slammed it, and then she pulled out. It was like a Kalani Jordan Barbie. It was a dark skinned Barbie who resembled the hairstyle of Kalani. Like, so Great American Bash is about to be lit. My question is Wendy Chu gonna come out and help her? Because it seemed like why would you lead that together with Wendy Chu?
Last recap, I said Tatum is getting pushed. I said Tatum Paxley is getting pushed because she's been getting a lot of screen time, and she answered Jordan's Grace TNA Open Challenge. She was the one they sent to TNA. She's getting a lot of face time, so Kalani might be in trouble.
Damn.
She might.
Yeah, Great American Bash. I might have to think about that prediction. Because you're right. I peep it. Like, and she don't have nobody on her squad. Like, there's no Kalani Jordan squad. It's just her. So Tatum's team, I'm not saying she is, but it looked like she teaming with somebody. You ain't got nobody. And it's a lot of women on that roster. Tonight felt like it really feels like NXT is a women's wrestling show with a couple dudes. I mean, and it's not a bad thing. It's just they are stacked with women that can wrestle. Like they have good matches. Even the squash match, like Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. Okay, Izzy getting it off, but she lost. Who else?
Tatum's finisher is crazy too. That finisher is crazy.
Yeah,
it's fire.
I'd be scared as fuck watching that shit. I feel like one of them, bro, you better not be, you know what I'm saying? Because slip ups, like, late in matches, it'd be 15, be tired. But it's a dope finisher. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, like I said, what else we had tonight, HP?
Oh, we gotta at least cover this. The start of the joint, it started with the Rascals and Gallus. And that match was fine. Rascals do moves I ain't never seen. And I'll be like, it kind of reminds me of the 80s, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, how they used to talk about them. Like, yo, they was doing shit that they're you know what I'm saying? All together now. You know what I'm saying?
Synchronicity, whatever.
Yeah, like they
flew it. To say they haven't worked together in like 3 years or something like that, they worked, they got it done tonight.
I can illustrate with my little bands that fell off the joint. You know what I'm saying? I can't even illustrate it because the shit they do is so crazy. I'm just looking for a way to. When my man was on the apron and Gallus was on the outside, he was supposed to do like a backflip on him, right? But instead of just doing the backflip from off the side of the apron onto them, he starts the backflip. Wesley pushes him in like mid flip. Oh, shit is wild, bro. Shit is wild. Them boys was.
They got video game move sets.
Yeah, bro. Like no cap. I would love to see them come back and reunite instead of being on two separate shows entirely, two separate brands, two separate companies, whatever. But if you're gonna keep doing the crossovers, the fact that you have,
I wonder how long this crossover thing is going to last. Is it like a deal with terms and time conditions on it? Is it a forever deal? Like, because you have to, at some point, either end it or you're gonna have to integrate. It's TNA heavy on NXT. It's a lot of TNA.
Yeah.
And then I think I still feel in the back of my head we're gonna get the Hardy Boys at some point to come over to NXT because they're signed to TNA right now, and that'd be a way for them to go out in the WWE ring.
I don't know about that one.
I'm not gonna lie though. Give a shot. Win the NXT titles because they might not, give them the room to win the WWE titles, and then they eventually wind up losing it to.
And if they could work with Jeff Hardy, but not have to deal with Jeff Hardy, I think
I like it.
I'm just saying his track record.
Oh, we know it. Oh, we know it, brother.
So if you can work with him and get that Hardy, man, they'll go crazy in NXT.
Yeah, it's money. It's money in the Hardys. It is money in the Hardys. So I ain't gonna say nothing negative because I feel like it could happen. But
and then we would get broken Matt. So, but is that the crossover has to end with a bang? Like, how do you?
Would they look old? And I'm only saying that after watching the Rascals tonight. Like, god damn, they looked, bruh. They look excellent. To see moves that, like, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker
got stuck. That's been my point with the OC. Like I said, they're like the elder statesmen, and they're starting to look at, because you got these young guys who can go, and you know, we'll see though. But I don't. How do you think they end it? Let's say they do end the TNA relationship. Does it end with a pay-per-view, a big main event? Like, how do you separate it?
I think it ends. It should end on a Survivor Series style note where more and more people keep coming. Because Joe Hendry said tonight, "I'm starting to like it here." You know what I'm saying? So like, it almost feels like an invasion, and vice versa, to where, hey man, you know, storyline wise, this is beyond competition now. It's us.
Like, they just look up one day and it's like, it's more TNA guys here than NXT guys. Like,
and they do it for a big pay-per-view where it's like, you know what, this ends now. We're better. You know what I'm saying? And
you know, the whole Hunter Triple H thing, we are NXT thing. So,
but it can't be a clean sweep in no way, shape, or form for either side. It's got to come down to like the last match, and the matches leading up to it. We thought one person would win, but the other one won, and you like, oh shit. You know, and I think that's the best way you can go out to end the deal, because you want your other company to look strong. You might redo this deal, and if I'm the company that's leaving, I don't want to. You're not gonna make me look weak.
And Jordan has a couple more matches to wrestle too, so we can't forget Jordan Grace is gonna pop up again at some point.
I'm looking forward to it, but it sucks because you got beat by Roxanne. What, you gonna go for a secondary title, the mid-tier title now? Then you have to win that, because if you don't, now you look bummy.
I don't know.
And Moose over there doing what? I'd rather see Joe Hendry fight Trick Williams and Moose fight Oba Femi than you know what I'm saying, than Trick and Moose, and they're the world champions.
Moose is their big gun now.
He's their big gun, but I'd rather see him and Oba and then Joe Hendry with Trick, because they're the over guys. Moose, man, I mean, he's not bad. He ain't bad. But Oba is like, there's money in that match.
Moose and Trick will be interesting.
You think so?
Yeah,
it would be. But Oba got to knock somebody head off too, man. God damn. I need Oba. He
was getting worked tonight, though. He was getting worked tonight. It was a good match.
Good match. Duke Hudson, shout out to him and Chase U.
Shout out.
That was about it. I didn't really see nothing else that was really, you know, like you said, Ethan Page squashed. Oh boy, it wasn't really a super squash, but it was.
I think you got to put. He's going to be a notable champ, like honorable champ, or he's going to be a sleaze bag champ, just because of the way he won the belt. And it's because he got the belt kind of fluky. Then he's picking his opponents. It's like the title run is already got an asterisk by it. It's questionable already. So
yeah,
when Tricks was so strong, that's the thing I don't get. Trick had a nice run. He was building. And now we got this. So, and I like Ethan Page, but I just don't know why they cooling off some of the hottest people in the company right now for what.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Yeah, well, I don't either. And I'm trying to see if there's any Javon Evans beating Brooke Jensen. I again, that springboard shit he be doing, it's dope. It's dope. I like Javon.
It reminds me of Darby Allin's coffin drop.
Good analogy.
But it's a cutter. It's like, and every time I see it, it's risky, bro.
Can we get Javon Evans versus Wes Lee? And get that? Because it's like the same kind of style, similar styles, let's say that. And because Javon Evans got put in that world title picture hella fast, and he ain't even talking about it. He talked about it last week.
To do with him, they got to find
Matter
something.
of fact, right? Brooks Jensen took him out the tag title match. That's how Joe Henry got in it. And it's like, oh well, I'm gonna take out Brooks and fuck the world title. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
hold on, did I miss all these? Hold up.
Shinobi, what do you think about the Dominic Mysterio storyline? I think Dominic Mysterio needs to shave his mustache. That's what I think. I do not like the new mustache he got. It looks crazy. I think that's what's making Rhea not really take him back. I think if he had the same mustache he had before she left, they'll be back together.
There was a lot of mustache jokes on Raw last night too. Was Alina told Sonya she couldn't hear past her forehead, and she got a mustache. Like it's a lot of mustache.
I rock with Zelina too, man. I think Zelina is dope. Unfortunately, she's hella small, and that might be the thing that makes her wait for that world title or until they get a mid-tier title. Because I could definitely see her with a mid-tier title.
Yeah, with like a light heavyweight cruiserweight type joint.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of women that can fucking wrestle, but Zelina can talk her shit too. Because that shit, when she ran through the three of them, talking about y'all run this, that, like. You with the forehead, blah blah.
Lena is better without the LWO.
Why do we have an LWO? In 2024, the Latin version of the New World Order. Why are they literally running around?
Calm down, breathe.
I can see if they did this for the Who Killed WCW series, and they just pop back up around that time to kind of bring light to that. But no, this ain't that. This is like legit.
Speaking of women, and I don't think it's much more to cover NXT. Roxanne Perez,
dope.
She had a in-ring segment.
Roxanne, homie.
They got busy too.
You understand what I'm talking about?
Roxanne, I want to be your man.
Yo,
whoa.
Shinobi, I'm not mad at the question. I'm trying to figure out why everyone say Rhea. If
Shinobi's from TikTok, that's my guy.
He's the prettiest. Oh,
he's the prettiest.
Prettiest?
You know who my man Jerry going with. He like to live on the wild side.
I don't know, man. If we talk about all of WWE, like prettiest, like we just doing headshots, bong. Like all they get is this little square.
I think it's hard to argue the EST. It's hard to argue Bianca.
It's hard to argue. Her face is hella like. I like women with not a lot of makeup, to be honest. Like God truth right there.
This guy books everything.
I just get catfish easily, so I'm scarred. You know what I
mean? Oh man, we know. We're gonna have to tell that story on Patreon one day.
That shit was fucking.
The
worst part was we was live when that shit was happening.
There's been a lot of attractive women throughout wrestling and WWE. Bianca just came to mind because she's like current.
Yeah, but I think
a lot of people like Rhea. I think they like the warrior.
You like that dark fucking Joker fucking lipstick with the fucking. Now, if you're into that dominate and all that shit, cool, got it. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm taking somebody out to like Ruth Chris or Morton Steakhouse or Jimmy V, I'm not take Ruth that Chris, shit off.
Morton, Jimmy V, that's how you giving it up?
I mean, if we're going on a date, I'm not taking you.
What is that though? I don't know those restaurants.
This guy's funny.
How? I'm saying I don't know those restaurants, bro. What like?
Can I tell a funny story real quick?
No.
Oh man. Damn.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Hungry Howie's. You get Rhea Ripley. You take Rhea Ripley to you dress like that, fucking spikes and shit.
Hungry Howie's.
Hungry Howie's, bro.
What's your funny story, Jerry? Come on, let's hear it.
Yo, so
wait, is anybody in the podcast in this story?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Bro, no bullshit. I got the privilege of hanging out with DNA, which thank you for the time and opportunity. I'm not going to speak too much on what we were doing or whatever the case, right? But at the end of the evening, it was time to get something to eat. So in my mind, I'm
in your Jersey brain.
In my Jersey brain, we're gonna grab some chicken wings or something. You know what I'm saying? Something right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we go to a restaurant.
Little B-dubs, you know.
No.
Wings. You know what I'm saying? You thinking.
Oh, yeah.
We thinking we're gonna kick it, little wings.
Miller Ale House. Because the last time I kicked it when they were talking about getting wings. So I'm like, I bet I'm dressed for wings too. So it's wings.
I'm dressed for wings.
I'm dressed for wings. I'm on my Rhea Ripley, right? I got my, you know what I'm saying?
Rhea Ripley. Go ahead.
Bruh. I seen the menu and was like, oh shit. That was my funny story. I ain't gonna go into it, but I seen.
Yo,
well, when y'all was in the car, I heard DNA say we got reservations at 8.
Yeah, you couldn't even pull up to the place.
You should have known then.
No, but when you say get something to eat, I'm like, let's go grab some wings. You got the kids, you know what I'm saying? Bang, 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 bang.
I mean, you got to get out the sports bar, Jerry.
Yo, he took me up out the sports bar, y'all. No cap.
But yo, I promise everybody that's watching, that was light for me. That was just a regular, it was like a regular meal. I like to eat good, man.
And you should. You should. You know what I'm saying?
Should.
Not only you, I mean anybody in life, man. You if nothing else, you should eat good.
Make sure, lesson in life, when people say we got to go get something to eat, like, hey, where you want to go? Don't assume, because he who assumes makes an ass. I thought we was going for chicken wings. I'm like, Maine lobster bisque soup. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the real question. Did the menu have prices on it?
No, it didn't. So you already know what time it is. But I was like, I would have dressed up.
It had prices on it. It's just, you know how they style it. It's at a certain it's not with the
He couldn't see the font. He couldn't read the font.
No, not that. It's not that it has like $19.99 with a dollar sign. It just have 59, 42, 67 next to it. That's the price.
He thought that was the page number.
But yo, look,
that was the calorie intake.
One thing about me, right?
The calories 380.
Yo, look, watch this. And Jerry could attest to this, right? This how I am, though, right? If I don't tell you what restaurant we going to, I'm just like, yo, pull up with me and all that. Even though Jerry done put up Brad for all type of stuff with the podcast, helping out, he's just doing something else. But just me being an honorable guy, I covered it. I'm not going to take nobody nowhere that's not crazy or may not be what they trying to do. And I'm not like, yo, it's on me. I feel like that's only right. I'm trying to tell you, yo, come to this restaurant, try this shit out. I got you. It's on
Very
me.
honorable, because my AC went out the next week. I said, oh, ain't that a bitch? So it was hot in this month. But yeah, that was my one of my DNA stories, and he probably got like 100 he could tell on me. So I ain't gonna be doing too many DNA stories because
bro, that was regular. That was regular. That ain't nothing.
The real story is this lost footage from Nome that we're gonna put on Patreon one day.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
When we hit a certain number of Patreon members, we gotta drop the raw, uncut Jerry Nome interviews. I think that's a goal, but I tell y'all every podcast, Jerry is the most interesting man in the world. So, but yeah, fellas, I think that's about it for NXT, unless y'all got something else going on.
I mean, for me, that's it, man. Like I said, I'm just, I'm a little confused on certain things, man. But hopefully, I get my answers sooner than later.
Yeah, shout out to Ghost, man. Ghost said he loved what we doing. Oh man, Shinobi said they want to hear the catfish story.
You know what's wild? If you hear the catfish story, there's a certain recap we were doing as I was being catfished.
No, he was getting catfished while we was filming
live.
episode it is.
Because they was like, man, your demeanor was so different. And I'm just like, I'm staring at this motherfucker. Like, oh my
okay,
God.
okay. Enough.
Yo, you gotta relax, man.
Yeah,
you never know who.
We go.
You know what I mean? You never know. Yeah.
Because we love all the listeners and watchers of the Attitude Era podcast. So we there is
We'll see y'all Friday. But hey, just so
if you
can
haven't checked out the latest double up, which dropped today, Lex Luger versus the Narcissist. And if you haven't checked out all the double ups, check out the Who Killed WCW recap. Check out WrestleMania XL Behind the Curtain. And the breaking news, we talked about the newest signing to the WWE, and the wave she calls. Everything we got going on here at Attitude Era Podcast. And on Thursdays, check out my man DNA, him and Goods with the I Disagree podcast. Go subscribe to that. Great show tonight. I got some questions, but we'll get into it. And we'll be back Friday because Friday is SmackDown, and we 5 minutes after any WWE event, we are live. The Ghost, he wants DNA in the ring, 2025.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know.
It used to be no. Now it's I don't know.
Oh no, I mean it's no. I'm just trying to be nice. It's no. But yeah.
But we appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about the Attitude Era podcast. Nobody doing what we're doing.
Sir.
Nobody dropping as consistent as we are. Nobody's live at least 3 times a week. And soon, next few weeks or so, we're gonna be dropping content every day. Wrestling content, Attitude Era content, booking content, gaming content, just content right here at Attitude Era Podcast. If y'all come back, we got something for you to come back to. So, y'all got anything else, fellas?
Good night.
Good night.
Shinobi, we got you. I'm going to get it out of them one day. We're going to get the catfish story up here for you.